Roswitha lightly tapped the edge of Leon's bed, beckoning him to come closer. Earlier at dinner, she had informed him that she would be resting in his chamber that evening. Leon, though reluctant, had no option but to accept her decision. She soon slipped into a delicate black nightgown, thin and elegant, revealing her graceful silhouette. Every step made the soft fabric sway, and her figure appeared even more alluring. Leon hesitated as he removed his own sleepwear, convinced she intended to trouble him again, just as she had before. With resignation weighing on his shoulders, Leon extinguished the chamber's lamps one by one until only the pale moonlight spilling through the tall window remained, broken only by the faint crackle of torches in the distant corridor. He slipped beneath the blanket and lay stiffly beside her, bracing himself for what he assumed would be another restless night. Roswitha, however, seemed content with the simplest of gestures. She closed her eyes with the serenity of one who carried no burdens, her lips curved in the faintest smile. Draped in her black nightgown, she looked as though she had surrendered fully to peace. Leon, though, could not bring himself to mirror her calmness. His body remained tense, muscles tight, mind prepared for her next unpredictable move. On countless nights before, she had unsettled him. Whether with teasing words, sly touches, or mischievous schemes, she had always found a way to disturb his fragile rest. But tonight felt different. Time moved forward, half an hour, perhaps more, and Roswitha remained utterly still. Not a whisper, not a shift, not even the faintest sign of mischief. Leon gripped the blanket uneasily, fingers curling into the fabric as suspicion flickered within him. What is she plotting? His mind ran through possibilities. Perhaps she was pretending, lulling him into comfort before springing some trick. Or perhaps, just perhaps, she meant what her peaceful expression seemed to promise. At last, unable to hold back his doubt, he whispered, "Are we really just sleeping?" Roswitha did not open her eyes. Her voice came soft, even playful. "Well, what did you expect?" Heat rushed to Leon's ears. Embarrassed, he turned quickly onto his side, cocooning himself in the blanket as though its folds could shield him from her teasing tone. "Of course not." "I'm going to bed," he replied hastily, forcing firmness into his words though his heart betrayed his nervousness. Roswitha cracked one eye open, watching his stiff retreat with quiet amusement. His reactions intrigued her, his nervous movements, his need to protect himself from something that had not even happened. Yet she held her tongue, choosing instead to enjoy the moment silently. Relief seeped into Leon as he convinced himself that she had no intention of trouble tonight. A private thought passed through his mind, sly and comforting. If she intends nothing, then I can finally regain my strength. And when the time is right, I'll turn the tables on her. That will be far more satisfying. The idea pleased him, and soon his body relaxed, the tension easing from his shoulders. His breathing slowed, steadying into the rhythm of sleep. Outside, the castle slumbered in silence. On the bedside table, the clock ticked faithfully, each sound marking the slow passage of time. Its hands crept ever closer to 2:30. Then, Roswitha's eyes opened. She had not been asleep at all. From the beginning, she had only been waiting, patient, still, and watchful. A faint spark lit her gaze as she turned toward the clock, confirming the hour. The moment she had been anticipating had finally arrived. Tiger's words echoed in her memory, his voice low but certain. At 2:30 in the morning, if you ask Leon something while he sleeps, he may reveal his true feelings. Her lips curled into a mischievous smile. Rolling slightly toward him, she studied his face. In slumber, Leon looked unguarded, his expression softer, his defenses gone. His steady breaths rose and fell like a quiet rhythm, completely unaware of the storm that brewed beside him. "Let me begin with something simple," she thought. She leaned in close, her silver hair brushing against his shoulder, and gave him the gentlest push. Her voice lowered to a whisper, velvet and careful. "Leon Casmid, what is the name of your youngest daughter?" "Muin." The answer slipped from his lips in a dreamy murmur, unconscious yet clear. Roswitha's eyes sparkled with delight. Triumph warmed her chest. It worked. Tiger did not deceive me. Encouraged, she leaned nearer, her breath brushing his ear. "What kind of girl do you like?" she whispered. His reply came faint but certain. "Silver hair and tall stature." Her smile widened, satisfaction flickering across her features. It was exactly as Tiger had told her, silver-haired, tall, and cold in temperament. She nodded softly to herself, pleased that his heart's truth aligned with her suspicions. Still, curiosity tugged at her further. Folding her arms lightly, she narrowed her eyes and asked, "Why did you reject a girl who met this appearance requirement when you were in school?" Leon remained lost in dreams, his voice calm, almost detached, as he murmured, "Although she looks good, I don't like her." Roswitha stiffened slightly. A frown curved her lips as she considered his words. "Don't like her? Yet Tiger said you hesitated before refusing her." Humph. Though amusement lingered at his honesty, a small, sharp flicker of jealousy stirred within her heart. She turned her gaze away for a moment, concealing the mix of satisfaction and unease that now swirled inside her.